Alright. Is this it? Well, let's do it. Nope. Nope. There we go. Alright, so direct damage has been improved. The gravity is what changed. So the velocity, most velocity changed from 150 to 200 or 250. So that's a significant improvement. That's just a lot faster now. So the swapped impact FX with one fitting its splash damage range. Okay, so they just changed the FX on the splash damage. You can see that 100 damage boost right there. So that much of the benefits of the ability have been rolled into the Mammoth Cannon default. Alright, so direct damage benefit from 50 to 32%. 50% to 32%. So direct damage on the MAD has been reduced because we get more of that inside of our actual regular shot. That makes sense. Projectile velocity is only 50% more from the 100%. It used to be twice as fast, but because it got 100 boost from its original shot, the original shot here, we only now get 50% boost when shooting, so that's a little, it makes some more sense. Imagine it being 100% on top of that. So on the Skylance shots, those haven't changed at all, appears. So we see the buff of 25% to front armor, top armor. Rear armor goes from negative 50%, which, so like 0 is like the flat line, then all the numbers are going to do the same, and then you get the resistance damage. So the top and front armor now resist 20% of the original damage values. So the rear values, it was virtually negative 50%. So now it's negative 15%. While the side armors are now 0 on the resistance numbers, so they just do the flat damage. So the bottom of it, our bottom armor goes from 50 or negative 100% to negative 15%. Oh, so the dynamic collision resistance type 13. So collision type from 96 to 100. So that's type 13 resistance. So when you have physics, you have these resistance values that you can apply, which is how you get layers of collision. So it's this layered collision system. And so the layered collision, if you've done something with like Unreal before, you'll see these layered collision objects that allow you to do these different types of layers of how collision is actually registered. So like when you're hitting something, you'd say it's this type. So now it's on type 13, so that has been changed from 96 to 100. So I don't know exactly what that means unless I see some more details on the back end. But on the note, it should prevent the vehicle from being destroyed by debris, which means it's kind of indicating that that material should not be hit. So that material, so when that debris hits, it shouldn't create the same kind of impact that it had before. Oh, all right. So now the impact, physics impact, has been moved onto the regular shot. So the regular shot now does the damage. Alright, so what did they change anything in the outfit resources? Still costs the same. These still cost the same. I should go do that. We didn't pull. Okay, we didn't. This is the one that I built for the outfit like months ago, like a couple weeks ago. Oh, all right. So that collision won't kill the Colossus anymore. So definitely, the Skylights definitely eats more rounds. Oh, it doesn't eat rounds. It just the same amount of round consumption. It got bottomed out. So yeah, there's definitely a noticeable difference in the way the balance of velocity is working for both the projectile gravity affecting it and the way it's just damage is just being dealt in general. All the other fixes were minor stuff that weren't really of much interest. They just weren't really much going on there. So yeah, right. No one else is on. So that time it barely did 1,000 damage. So it just would have done. So gone are the days that 5 people in a Valkyrie should be able to kill it necessarily in one shot unless it had already taken a lot of damage. I noticed it has a 30-minute timer on it. That's a pretty good sized timer. So you get roughly 30 minutes to go do something on it. So we get some on the back, one on the top. But one on the back to do significantly more damage. Alright. So that did 3,000 on the back. Well, roughly 3,000. So you really want to get on the back because that's just where, like, to be able to just tank those hits. Side armor. So we went from 3,500, or 8,500 roughly, to 6,100. Just under 2,000 damage successfully on the side armor. So that definitely seems like a much bigger improvement. Now I want to just shove my ravens on. So we're looking at roughly 300 damage on the sides with default ravens. Can't actually put anything on them anyways. Kind of silly. 200 per shot on the back. So really like 150 per shot. And that's about another 150-ish amount of damage. Only do like 90 damage from the front. Not even like a proper 100. Oh yes, yeah. I hear you have the max attachment for your Colossus tank. Use your Colossus tank to lift up your max to new heights. Yeah, let's get a couple of screenshots there for thumbnails later if I needed them. Alright, that's good enough. Let me in. Let me in. Alright, it only did roughly 270 damage. A little unfortunate inside the VR print, you can't pull out a bash and have fun with it for a minute. Like one at a time, then when that person leaves or logs off, that bastion disappears or something. Like, yeah, and let people in the training just like all spawn to it. That'd be kind of cool. I'm kind of curious of these Typhoon Rocklets, on what they kind of do in damage. So from the rear, we're going to be looking at a lot more damage than those Ravens are doing from the side. That was roughly 700-ish and 60 damage. I just want to jump on the rock. I'll go back all the way and we'll get top armor damage and see what that's doing. So that was a good 730 damage. Oh, this is the damage drop off is. Oh, it's linear, never mind. So the front, we're going to do about 500 damage, so 700 on top. I want to check that side damage again. Yeah, that was about 800 damage from the back, 500 damage on the front, 700 damage on the top. The front and top were supposed to be the same. Maybe it didn't hit the top right. Despawned. I mean, someone else hit that Liberator before I even shot it. Aha, I lived. Oh no, I died. That's enough of that hotfix for the moment.